What's up, guys? Welcome to A Restarter's Life. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's episode, I want to talk about my thoughts on listing 29,200 items this year. So I'm not quite there yet, but I will reach 29,200 items this year listed. That's an average of listing 80 a day. Okay, so I don't necessarily like listing, and I didn't really push until I actually started a Facebook group with my friend Tech and Sports. The group has been really motivating me to actually get in there and do it. Tech, is at 250 a day. That's 91,000 items a year, which is triple what I'm doing. And he's been doing it for a decade. So this group's been really cool. I've looked at different ways people list, different strategies. We look at different stores. This store, Linda's Stuff, she's listing 500 items a day. Okay, so it's always good to look at people who are getting it done. Look at how they are more efficient. It's been very motivating, and I love it. And I feel like this is something that everyone can learn a lot from, because everyone likes the result of the hard work, but not necessarily the hard work itself. And I feel like I am in good shape, but I don't necessarily like working out. I like working out, but it's a kind of a grind to have to do it regularly, right? But if you don't do it regularly, you don't have a consistent flow. So eBay is going to give you traffic that's very consistent. They're going to do that based on your previous performance. If you guys look at my traffic over the last year, it's been almost the exact same traffic every day. I sell between 60 and 100 items pretty much every single day. The traffic is almost identical because I list almost the identical amount of items every single day. So the one thing that I don't take for granted, trust me, I do not take this for granted, is that I could lose this at any time. If I stop listing, if I don't ship on time, literally in one day, I could lose my store. Right now you can see, I have, about 4% tracking uploaded and validated. So I actually dropped a little bit, and that's because I had some problems with the post office, as everyone has. I don't always have time to do a scan form, and so it's difficult, right, this time of year to get shipments out. I've already had 25 shipments that are in cases right now because the tracking hasn't updated in a long time, and I'm probably going to lose the majority of those. But here's the thing that's really powerful, and I want to give you this thought because it's really helped me. I just feel really good about myself because all of these things that are happening, I consider my fault. This situation with the post office delivering and me being so far to so close to falling to above standard, I consider that my fault for not getting way ahead of it before this happened. Because if I used the scan sheet, then I would have 100% tracking validated. And even if I lost 300 or 400 packages, I would still be fine. I'd still be top rated because of the volume, right? So volume has made it so my store is really stable, right? And you can see here, I've had some bad days. For me, a bad day is $536, and a good day is $3,000, right? So there's variance at every single level of eBay. It's not, even with me listing consistently at scale, you can see my store is not that stable. I'd say right now I'm in the $1,300 to $1,500 a day range in this store. And I do have replenishables and other things that I'm working on in different stores, for a total of 5 different eBay stores that I either run myself or I'm helping other people with. So what I can tell you is that the only way to really get faster sales is to list items that are higher in demand. That's it. eBay is going to give you a set amount of traffic. There's no secret to it. And I want to talk about something that's really insane. Okay, guys, look at this eBay calculator. This is sales calc. Let's say you go to a garage sale and you find something for $1 and you sell it for $20. This is not something that's really that impressive. It's pretty normal. If you were to just go to any garage sale in America, you will be able to find one item that you can sell for $20 that you pay $1 for everywhere. To do that at scale is a different story, but one item, right? If you say, let's say you pay $4 for shipping and it's first class, or you pay, let's say $6 for, or $7 rather, on average, between a first class and a priority item. That $20 sale for that dollar purchase, you're going to net $8.77, assuming you did the work, right? And there's this amazing sweet spot for people who run their eBay business at home and they don't have the cost of rent. They don't have the cost of employees. They don't have that much overhead. All they have is their home, which they're already paying for. You can essentially make $8 out of every $20 that you make if you just do all the work yourself and go and get it, right? You guys, I don't know how to express how insane that is, that you're making $8 on the $20 sale. To put that into perspective, in the retail industry, let's take clothing, because clothing is incredible. It has the highest gross profit margin, meaning you buy something for $1 and sell for 20. That's like the entire clothing industry. But on average, of that $20, a retail store makes 58 cents. Okay, on a $20 sale, after you subtract rent and all those employees that are shoplifting from you, all the customers that are shoplifting from you, the expensive, ridiculous $6,000 or $7,000 rent for a tiny space, up to $100,000 a month rent for a flagship space. After you subtract all of that out of their $20, they're producing brand new clothing for $1 or $2, selling it for 20, and they only make 58 cents on the entire transaction. Okay, this is how big businesses work. This is why you can even buy a brand new garment for $20. The reason is because economies of scale. They have made it this incredible infrastructure to give you the ability to buy something for $20. And that's the average price for a retail piece of clothing. Okay, so take this and look across all the different industries of, electronics, home goods, everything. The average sale price is really around $20 for all goods, right? So people are making less than $1 profit when they actually start a company. So feel blessed that you have an eBay store and you can literally almost make half. If you have an average sale price above $20, now you're looking at potentially netting half or more. Right, you hear eBayers say, I only made $4,000 this month, and you look at their revenue, and it was only $9,000. They made $4,000 profit on $9,000 in sales. That's unheard of in any kind of business. If you were, I was just talking to Tech and Sports today, if you were to go to the bank, they would be like, how are you able to get these margins? No businesses are like this. In fact, if you go to a normal retail space, and they're just buying wholesale is keystone pricing, which means they pay 50% of what it sells for. Okay, so that means on this sale, this $20 sale, if you were buying wholesale, you'd pay $10 for the item. So let's go ahead and look at this. If you paid $10 for the item and you had the exact same costs, you just made 23 cents. You lost 23 cents on this transaction if you count the shipping. So you can't even turn a profit if you buy this at true wholesale and you're selling online. You have to sell it in person and hope your expenses are less than $7. And if we're looking at industry norms, we're talking about $6 is your average cost. So guys, I'm just feeling really, really grateful right now that I sell online because the margins are not like any other business that they are. I mean, sure, people will complain about making $4 or $5 on a sale because they want to make 20 or 50 or 100. But honestly, those home runs don't happen that often. If I were to look at my store, I do have a $29 average sale price, but most of my items sell for under $20. I have a lot of home runs that bring my average sale price up to $29. It's not easy to have a sale price over $20, to be honest. I think about this stuff all the time. I talk to thousands of sellers. I know all different kinds of tricks and hacks. I basically know every single possible way to make your traffic go up, but really, it just boils down to how many listings are you averaging. I'm averaging 29,200 items per year right now. So I'm going to turn my inventory twice a year. So essentially, I could sell 58,000 items in a year if I just continue this pace, which is amazing. Can you believe that we can do this with the efficiencies and the tools? So guys, right now, I want to have what I'm having, because when I have a bowl of cereal in the morning, it tastes like the best, it tastes like caviar, because I get to do this every day. Imagine we get to sit in an air-conditioned room, go out to an air-conditioned place, call people from our phone, and find deals, look for deals in online arbitrage, and then flip them. Yes, it's difficult. It's extremely competitive, right? But we're competing against people that only make 58 cents profit. So I'm just really stoked about e-commerce in general. And I want everyone to think about taking this to a different level, because it's only going to get more competitive. More and more people are losing their jobs. More and more people are being downsized. There's a lot of jobs that are related to e-commerce and very little jobs elsewhere. Here where I live, really the only job is to be an Amazon delivery driver or a DoorDash driver or an Uber driver. That's it. If you're not delivering goods, you don't have a job. That's like everyone's job here. So get ahead of it. Be the person that has people working for you. I'm really excited about the fact that at full scale, my operation will employ and be able to provide for 6 people. That's awesome. To me, I feel like that's pretty noble, because what is everybody else doing? Instead of complaining about the situation or whatever's going on right now, let's take some sage advice from Dave Ramsey. What happens in your own house will have a greater effect on the United States and the world than what happens in the White House. Ignore the president, ignore politics, and just focus on getting your own house in order. There is so much stuff you need to work on in your store, so much stuff that you need to work on in your life. There's so much you need to work on for your own health, for your relationships. You should be waking up with a to-do list that doesn't even end, because at the end of the day, you want your business to serve you. You want your relationships to serve you. You want to have a good and healthy body that serves you. And you need to be able to do all that and have ample rest. Okay, you've got to get it all done and be done by 6 o'clock. Put your phone in a drawer so that you can actually get to bed on time, right? Otherwise, if you have made the mistake that I make sometimes and work all the way to going to sleep, you're not going to sleep. You can forget about going to sleep, because your brain will not turn off like that. So get it all done. I know it's hard. I don't necessarily like doing all these things, but it's put me in a position where I feel a little bit more safe because the volume is bigger, right? Even on a down day, on $500 a day in sales, I can still easily pay my overhead. Okay, so I implore you to reduce your expenses, live minimally, live frugally, think about abundance, grow yourself, try to grow people around you. What have you done for other people lately, rather than just thinking about yourself? Right? I'm making content for you guys to hopefully inspire you and get your butt out of your chair in the morning and go make some money, provide for your family. There's a gentleman on my call this morning that mentioned that he was being kind of a jerk to his family because he wasn't making enough money. I don't want to be like that, right? And I get it. Imagine the stress of not making enough money. I was just listening to Leo Babauta talk about how embarrassing it was for him not being able to provide food for his family. And I was like, I really hope I'm not ever in that position, because that's heart-wrenching, right? So I just want to just take care of the people around me, which requires some sacrifice. So I appreciate you guys listening. Hopefully this is motivating and not demotivating. Let me know in the comment section below what kind of sauce you like with chicken nuggets. For me personally, I like the honey mustard sauce. And you know what? It's okay to have chicken nuggets sometimes. I'm the 90%, 10% kind of guy. 90% of the time, keep your eye on the ball. 10% of the time, go out, relax, do whatever you want, have a beer, have 2 donuts, have 6 donuts. But most of the time, eat healthy, get rest, drink water, make progress daily. See you guys next time.